Hey there, gamers. Welcome back to Cryptic Gaming. I hope you guys been having a wonderful week. So we are fresh in after the weekly reset. Let's check and see what Blackwood and Uneeda have today. We're going to see what they have that's worth buying and discuss kind of what I've got as a game plan for this week coming up in our grind. So we still have this weekly seasonal items. I'll buy through the stuff that I want. I think we'll pick up a little bit of everything or all of it again this week. We do have some furnitures. I didn't see any new blueprints. I see some repeat furnitures here for people, so you can get those. It's going to be Reddish quarter deck, medicine cabinet, toolings, guidance, and buoy locker. Then that Lapontent schematic as well. Now keep in mind you can get a lot of these blueprints, so I would focus on getting those and save your guild marks for things that you can't really pick up. Maybe you want to pick up some weapons or something like that. Let's see here. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna buy some of these and see how many we can buy. Only one. Anyway, I don't really need this, but I think I might be able to. I think this one here. We're gonna go ahead and get this one here too. The reason I picked those up is I think I might be able to actually sell those or salvage them and pick up some plague dust. I don't know. Let's find out. Be an interesting test real quick. So yeah, no blueprints this week. We're going to check Nita over there. I don't expect she's going to have any blueprints or anything like that, but we'll look and see. So we got here. So we can do this one, and we got nothing worth doing. That was a wasted guild mark, so maybe don't buy that. Okay, let's go check out Unita here. She does have stuff. Her and her sister both. They both have stuff that I buy every week. We'll show you what we're getting right now. It's going to be that plague dust. Yes, we'll go ahead and get this. Get 3 of these from her a week. And everything else is the same. So we'll probably come back through and get a lot of this stuff here again. Now the reason I'm buying this stuff up is there's a reason it's made its way back into the game, and I've got some of it, but I don't have a lot of it. But go ahead and pick up some things while I can. And of course, we could always get these legacy caches. I mean, these things are pretty nice. This may be something I look into later. Hopefully we'll end up getting, this is a 4. Hopefully we'll get a 5 with more up-to-date type stuff in here. That's what I'm kind of hoping. We'll have to wait and see. But most of the stuff in these chests you can pick up for nearly nothing now. And I think they got blueprints on most of it. So definitely make sure you pick up those items. These here are going to be used for certain types of armors in the past. So I do recommend, if you don't have Phoenix Beaks, maybe grind that out, because remember, when we get ascensions for those armors. And I don't exactly recall which is which, but I do remember that a lot of these parts was used for crafting that. So that means it'll be used for ascending it as well, guys. And it could be something that's going to be required for future things. So we'll just have to wait and see what we're getting. But I'm kind of picking all this stuff up, mainly because just not quite sure what we're going to need. And Benji can only get 3 a week, and I got the 8s to spare. I'm going to go ahead and pick this stuff up. But yeah, so that's kind of what we're looking at here. Now, kind of what my plan is, I want to look at the map. I believe this has started the Blighted Bastion, and I do recommend running that if you're, like me, a little low on Plague Dust. I've gotten up to, I don't know, 176, which is still not where I want to be at. We have Blighted Bastion. And then here's your Philip Lepest as well, but we should be having a Blighted Bastion event popping in here. Let's see. Okay. Let me make sure I've not booked the wrong thing here. Nope, so it's there. So let's go check our bounty board. Let's see. Maybe we'll get lucky and it'll be up here. Well, we've got Lepest that we can hit. So here's another one. Also watch for that Blighted Bastion. It is out, and it does reward weapons that have the toxic ability, and they will break down into plague dust if you have plenty of these weapons. Some of us have the blueprint, so we don't have to worry about gathering a lot of these things up. We've got what we need on it. But yeah, so that's what we're looking at right here. Running this Blighted Bastion. Just keep running Lepest, and you're going to be able to get those things dropped, guys. So that's what I'm looking at here. I mean, unfortunately, there's not a whole lot of updates, which this is pretty typical for this time. They're focusing on doing some patches still, and as far as what to expect and when to expect those patches, you know, hopefully we're going to start seeing a pretty normal Thursday until they get a lot of these things ironed out. That's what I'm kind of hoping. But in any case, right now, just kind of grinding out what we can, guys. And I do recommend, if you haven't yet, go ahead and restart setting your ships on these locations, because everything seems to be paying out on them to me anyway. I am going to switch this one off of Eel's Twine, and I think we're going to start doing some Gannet Saltpeter maybe. Nah, let's do some Sinew String. We'll do that instead, because you can never have enough of that. And over here we've been making Orca Mechanisms, so I think we'll go with Saltpeter on this one here. We'll be leaving those to collect. I think this here's upgrade parts. Yeah. And this one here was precision drilling bits. We got upgrade parts. I think I've got some torsion springs building over here. Yeah, I'm just kind of getting things that are required to craft higher items, and you know, get the higher items where we got them. But it really pays to keep a really good base stock, because you could need at any stage of these things, guys. You could just need the Orca Mechanisms. You might need the intricate mechanisms and things like that. So it doesn't hurt to look and see what those require to build. Like some of those I think will take like planetary gear sets. Some of them will take those let's see where they're right here. Nope, that's not it. Well, darn. Worm drives, there we go. Seems like some of those may take worm drives and things like that. To make the sturdy Eel's Twine, you need a Sinew String, you need the Eel's Twine, and then of course you need worm drives as well to be able to make that. So I just try to get things that I can. Right now I've got precision drilling bits going over here. I'll probably leave that for a couple more days, and I'm going to switch over to them worm drives. Again, I think I've got plenty of those. These here I'd like to get another 1,000 or so, just because it's something you use quite a bit, I believe. And then the worm drives, again, picking that kind of stuff up. But that's what I'm going to be working on. Not a whole lot else to do. I do want to invite everybody to come over on Friday. We're going to be live streaming at 9 p.m. Central Time. Okay, so that's what time it need to be, 9 p.m. Central. I think Eastern's an hour ahead, so it'd be 10 o'clock y'all's time. But we're going to be streaming the, some new live streams and stuff like that starting October 3rd. We're going to be kicking on our October Horror Friday. Fright Nights is what we're looking at. Now, when we're looking at the more of the horror genre, I'm going to stick to mostly sci-fi stuff. That's just kind of what I'm into, as far as like Alien and things like that. So expect some pretty cool stuff. But there is a new Alien Rogue Incursion that's coming out on the 1st. So I want to get that. Then that'll give me a chance to get everything set up for our live stream. And that's just going to be streaming through the game. We might obviously be having our, in-game reactions and stuff, and just kind of shooting the breeze a little bit. But I'm mostly really interested in the Alien storyline. It's supposed to be an untold story of the Alien series, somewhere between the very beginning with Ripley all the way to, I think, Romulus was the most recent one. So this one's supposed to fit somewhere in that vicinity. So it's going to be a pretty cool storyline from what it looks like. Definitely looking forward to it. So that'll be on October 3rd. We will probably do some sort of a live stream event this Friday as well at the same time. Still not sure what that's going to be. I'm still looking at a few things. It'll probably be we'll just have to wait and see. But I'll put an announcement out on that here later. So y'all have a wonderful day. I'm gonna hop off here and get to running this LePest. I've got some work to do. Y'all have a good one.